Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today's video, we're going to be talking about the culture shocks I experienced when I first came to Canada. So the very first thing I experienced when I came to Canada is the fact that cars wait for you to cross the road. That was a big shock to me because in Nigeria, no car is waiting for you to cross the road. You are running helter skelter when you're crossing the road. First of all, if you don't look very well, if you are not careful, the car can just come and hit you. But here in Canada, once you press the button for the red lights to turn green, once it turns green, as long as you're on top of that pedestrian zebra crossing, the car stops. And not only does the car stop, it waits for you to actually go to the other end of the road before the car moves. That was very surprising for me. So another culture shock I experienced in Canada is when you celebrate your birthday. If it is your birthday, they celebrate your birthday for you. Like in a workplace, when it's your birthday, everybody comes together to do something nice, give you a gift, or buy you presents. In Nigeria, you are the one celebrating for people. So if it is your birthday, you're just going to invite people, you're going to buy them stuff and feed them and all that. So, yeah, that is a big culture shock. The second culture shock I experienced when I came to Canada is the fact that policemen are decently dressed. You see them wearing their, sometimes they wear shorts and they're clean and neatly dressed. And times you see them on a bike or bicycle riding with nothing more than a baton. But in Nigeria, I'm sorry that I'm laughing, that's my country. But the thing in Nigeria is that you see policemen most times they are not very well dressed and then they go around with that their what's it called again, um the cars that they use around. Sometimes they don't even have cars, that's just it. They don't even have like a vehicle to convey them around. So that's the second culture shock I experienced when I came to Canada. Another culture shock I experienced in Canada is when a group of friends want to go out to say eat or something. You notice that everybody has to have their own money to pay for their own food. But whereas in Canada, in Nigeria rather, if you're going out as a group, as a friend, one person will just volunteer to pay for everybody. So that was a bit funny for me. Yeah. So still on birthdays, the Nigerian Canadians or the Canadian Nigerians that are here, because of the way they do birthdays here, they will celebrate their birthday and expect you to come and buy your meal. In Nigeria, we don't do that. If you are doing your birthday, if you have money to celebrate birthday, please celebrate your birthday and invite us to come and eat. Not that we will come to your birthday and be buying our food to eat. Another culture shock I experienced here in Canada is in school. While I was in school, I noticed that people call lecturers professors. The first time I heard, I was like, professor, professor. Like, why do you call the lecturers professors? In Nigeria, we call them lecturers, or maybe in secondary schools, we call them teachers. But here, they call them professors. And one thing that I noticed that here, their professors are very, very friendly people. They have time to explain things to you, to talk to you after class and all that. In Nigeria, everybody, once class is over, everybody is running away. Anyway, that was my experience in Nigeria. So another culture shock I experienced here in Canada is in class, you find that people eat. The first time I saw it, I was very surprised. The lecturer is teaching and people are just eating and nibbling and drinking water or drinking, taking a drink or whatever. In Nigeria, if there is a lecturer in class or like a colleague or a professor in class, you do not eat. You are waiting until everybody finishes class before you can go and eat your food. So another culture shock I experienced here in Canada is in Nigeria, they call pen biro. So like somebody is in class and say, please can you borrow me your biro? Can you lend me your biro? Or here they call it pen. Can you lend me your pen? Another culture shock here is, when you go to the grocery shop and then you finish shopping and then they ask you, do you need a paper bag? Yeah, they call it paper bag. In Nigeria, we call it nylon. When you finish buying what you want to buy, that please can you pack it in the nylon bag for me? But here they call it paper bag. So that's a very, very different thing. Culture shock, very, very big one. Another culture shock that I experienced here is in Canada here, you can window shop. You can go to a shop or like a store and go around looking for things, admiring things without actually buying anything. You cannot try that in Nigeria. If you go into any store in Nigeria and then you don't buy anything, the owner of the store will be looking at you with bad eye like, "Ha, you're just entering my store and just wasting time. Please leave my store, Jerry." So that's a very big one here. So I remember when in school the very first time we had like a get together. So after class that day, the lecturer just said, after class there's something for you guys to eat. Just go, there was a room there, just go there and grab something to eat. And then I went there. Me, I was very hungry that day. I was like, thank God, I can get something to eat. When I reached there, guess what they were serving? Pizza. In Nigeria, they say there's something to eat. You better expect that there's rice and stew very plenty there. So that was like, you're saying there's something to eat, and what are we eating? Pizza, pizza and pop. Man, that was not funny, but that's a big culture shock, very different from what I'm used to. So, another thing I experienced here in Canada is that when you go to the bus stop to take a bus, the bus actually waits for you to get into the bus. Sometimes wait for you to sit down and then they move. That is not the same thing in Nigeria. In Nigeria, as the bus is coming, everybody is rushing, dragging, struggling to enter the bus. And before you even enter the bus is already zooming up. If you are not even careful, you can even fall down. So seeing that here was like, wow, these people are very, very patient. In Nigeria, everybody's in a hurry. And last but not the least, another culture shock that I noticed here is that they still use coin. In fact, there are some places you go to, if you don't have coin, you cannot access it. Like, I know in most of the buses, you use coin, you pay with your coin also, except some buses whereby you can use their card. In Nigeria, there's nothing like coin. I can't remember how many years ago I used coin. Like, I don't even think coin still exists in Nigeria. So these are all the culture shocks that I experienced since I came to Canada. If you have more, can you please drop them in the comment section? Let's laugh about it. So thank you for tuning in once again, and please wait for my next video. And as you do so, please also like, share, and comment. And yeah, let's have fun together. Bye.